And if everybody liked it, then in a way that's quite boring. You need to start dialogue, and they need to dig deeper than they do when they just look at something on Instagram. You actually have to go and visit it and see what it actually is. This was in 1993, where I did this with the architects at HMM, but at that time in the newspaper it said that it was in the city and that it should be torn down because it had too much colour on it. So thank God the times have changed. So I wanted people to see me, and it was really important that they saw me because I felt I was a good designer. I still see myself as a designer, but I felt like I was a method actor, and I would do everything for everybody else and not really, and so I could just become, if I worked for a company, I knew more than that company about themselves, and I gave it back to them. But they didn't want anything about what I really thought or who I really was. I'm really going to talk about how sometimes you actually have to make your own belonging or your own space if you can't find it out there. One of the biggest things that I absolutely will owe everything to is my tutor, Jeff Fowl. He opened my mind up totally, and he told me always aim up here. You can come to there, but if you start there, you'll always go to there. And then in a way, he made the world of design and art for me bigger than the reality of it. So then the rest of my life, I went in search of what I thought it should be, and hopefully I made that happen for myself, and hopefully forging this sort of journey along the way, it's happened for other people as well. So this is Hadrian's Wall. It's a project I've just done recently. I was invited by English Heritage to do a piece of work with the community in Hadrian's Wall. I was taking different sites, and I chose this site in Housesteads, along the wall in Housesteads Fort, because that is a gateway, and that was the view out. And seemingly, I didn't know until afterwards, but the guy from Game of Thrones, that was the vision he had for Game of Thrones as well, so they all came together and they loved that. So this is my sketch for a very big project. So this is a sketch. So you can see your sketch can be as simple as possible, and then I build it in 3D, and the most important thing for me was it was connected to the wall. With Hadrian's Wall, I don't live near Hadrian's Wall, but neither do a lot of people live near Hadrian's Wall, but some people do. So in this context, I am the visitor of Hadrian's Wall. So I come with the group of people who visit Hadrian's Wall, and then I work with the community as well, and visitors. So that is my viewpoint. So my stories of Hadrian's Wall are through school or experience of visiting it. But some people, there were older people there, and it's like, what does Tower of London mean to you? You're like, well, it's there, and that's what they said, Hadrian's Wall's just in their backyard. So I did all these workshops, then I draw all the text up, and then we paint the workshops, and then the most important, this is me painting in my house, then the most important thing is everybody's names on it, absolutely everybody. If you are doing a work with people, it's got to be their names on it. They've got to see their names. And even though, because for marketing reasons, people put me forward instead of the community, I would rather I wrote on there the community and me. So it's about their work. And also a big important thing is about connection with your work as well. And this is the actual fort, and so building on a UNESCO site was pretty incredible, and I don't know how I've managed it. It's a slight out-of-body experience watching this, but it is built on the wall. We had to get lots of permissions to do this, but the actual thing shows simplicity of life, which was very different to the previous speaker, which was quite complex for me. This is being prevented being damaged by sandbags. So we're actually we're saving the fort by putting sandbags underneath the structure. So, and it is built exactly on the footprint of the fort. There has been a lot of the gatehouse. There's been a lot of people who dislike it. They think it's horrendous. But I think that that's good. I think that's really important. If everybody liked it, then in a way that's quite boring. You need to start dialogue. You know, I think sometimes we give our clients a little bit too much because they can't see the total visual. They focus on little things they don't like they might not like pink or they might not like it. And actually it's not about that, it's about the bigger picture. And sometimes they can't see that. And if you're really invested in it, you can see that, and then it's up to you to be able to tell them. And also you need people to understand they need to dig deeper than they do when they just look at something on Instagram. You actually have to go and visit it and see what it actually is.